Hey people, how you doing? This is DJ Ruko, and this is our new little thing we got going on. It's called the Central Valley DJ Chat, and we're here. I'm gonna introduce the fellas. This is DJ Fingers Flores, myself, DJ Ruko, and DJ 5 a.m. And we're gonna start this video off with introducing ourselves to the whole DJ scene. So you guys might know some of us from the clubs, from Facebook, Instagram, and whatnot. So I'm gonna pass it on to my boy DJ Fingers Flores.
This is DJ Fingers Flores, the same DJ Flores from back in the days. It's me. I'm still around. I'm not dead yet. I'm not in jail. I'm still around. I'm still DJing, man, every weekend, just about. And a little bit of background about myself. If you don't know my background, just started back in the 80s, in the late 80s, as a scratch DJ, battle DJ. Started doing little parties and competitions and stuff like that, and eventually graduated doing like weddings and professional type stuff in the mid 90s. And then that's when I started Big Boss Productions in 1995, and just been doing professional events ever since, just full time, and it's been going strong ever since, man. So that's me.
And up next, DJ 5 a.m. That's me. So I've been DJing for a couple of years now. I would say 3 years now. Started off under the wings of DJ Ruko, following him around at every gig, helping him out, carrying equipment, doing all kinds of stuff for him. And eventually I saved up my own money, got my own gear, and now here I am, DJing all over the place, mobiles, in the clubs, schools. I'm doing it all. DJ 5am. That's about it for now.
Oh, hey, where can they catch you? Can we give like a website or
I'm all over Facebook. I'm on Instagram, Twitter. I don't use it much, but I'm on Twitter, SoundCloud, all over the place. I haven't got my email. You guys can hit me up at my email. We'll put the links in the comment section.
You can hit me up at djfingersflores.com, bigbossmusicproductions.com, and for all you rappers out there that are looking for beats, just launched my beat store, my beat site.
Nice.
bigbossbeats.com. I got about maybe 20-25 beats on there for sale that you can preview and check out and stuff like that. So that's it.
Well, me, sure you guys have probably seen my videos. DJ Ruko. I started DJing. Well, actually, I've been into this whole music thing since I was a kid. I started off when I was about 16 years old. I remember me and my cousin Chava. Shouts out to him. We were working. We were painting, and we pitched in. We bought a mixer. Gemini mixer with the sound effects. I'm sure you.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
So we bought a Gemini mixer, and I just kind of winged it. I didn't really have any equipment, so we had a 2 CD player Discmans. We had a rack of just CDs. So my cousin Chava was the transportation, and a lot of his CDs were his. And we actually got paid. I remember we used to get hired by this guy. He used to give us like $120 a gig, and I did a couple of those, and then I remember I did Yosemite Middle Schools. They had like this graduation party for the 8th graders that they did.
Now, what era is this? What year was this?
This was back in 1996, 97.
Ooh,
around. I was a freshman in high school.
Ooh.
So
going back.
Yeah. So then I sold that mixer, and I kind of stopped the whole DJ thing. And in 2006, I kind of wanted to get back into it. I had this accident where I almost died. I burned myself. So, I did a lot of painting back then. So I just, all my family got together, and they pitched in to give me some speakers and some, used DJ equipment that one of my buddies was selling. And then I bought some powered speakers, and I bought a laptop, and started going. I did my cousin's wedding. That was one of my first gigs, and I did one of my friends' his kid's baptism. and then from there I downloaded it was Numark Q, which is virtual DJ.
Mm-hmm.
I downloaded that, and then I knew that they had a. I was looking on their website, and I found that they had this little controller called the Numark Total Control, and I bought that. Started mixing with that, and then I would get on it and practice and make my little mixes and stuff, and which I thought were good back then. But then if you listen to them now, I still have a couple.
We always think our first mixes are good.
Yeah,
Listen to them again.
I thought they were good, and then anyways, I saw the Numark NS7, then I saved up some money. I got the NS7, and when I first got it, I didn't really like using it with Serato Itch because I thought it was hard. I was like, this is hard. It doesn't have a sync button, the infamous sync button.
What can you do without that?
Yeah. So then one day it was just like I remember Virtual DJ was just crashing left and right with it, and I just tried it with Serato, and then I figured, wait, I started mixing. I'm like, wait a minute, I know how to beat match. So then it just came, kind of naturally because of Virtual DJ, I learned to beat match until I was getting into it, and then I invited here Mr. DJ Fingers Flores to one of my gigs. It was a Halloween party, and he was observing my mixing techniques, and then he after when one of the songs was playing, he comes up to me and asks me, hey, who taught you how to mix? And pretty much YouTube. I told him about YouTube and just stuff that from my practicing, I guess.
I remember that.
Yeah, so he says you're not coming in at the right time. So then he explained to me, and during that time also Angel Ramirez, DJ Drip and Nice, came down from Minnesota, and he gave me a few pointers too. And then from there, my mixing went from here to here because of that, because I never had that before. I never had anybody telling me this is how you do it, and then from then I got my NS7, and then now I got some turntables, and it's all uphill from there. So it's been a good journey, and I met some good friends like DJ Fingers here and Angel Ramirez, DJ Drip and Nice. They came down, they helped me out a lot, and we they helped me out.
The purpose of this video, I want to just put this out there, kind of is just to share ideas and share our opinions, and maybe help out other people out there that have questions, or just kind of go over what's going on in the industry, and just give our feedback on certain things that are happening, and that's kind of it, and then just sharing our story.
Yeah.
So I started off with turntables, but I didn't start off with Technique 1200s. I started off with, and here's a brand that you got to be old school to remember this. You got to be like 40 or older probably. I used to play on MCS turntables. They were the house brand for JCPenney. You could buy them at JCPenney. Yeah, and they were dope, man. They were black. The platter was tall. It had an orange pop-up light. It was belt drive, wasn't direct drive, but it looked like a 1210. It looked like a black 1200.
Wow.
And I started with 2 MCS, modular component systems, and I had a Radio Shack mixer. And then after that, I graduated to the Gemini, the Scratch Master.
Gemini.
The old Scratch Master. And just little by little started getting more and more. The first 2 years of me DJing from 88 to 90, I didn't charge at all. It was all free. I basically just had, all I really had was, I had a mixer, I had 2 turntables, and I had a stereo sound system. I didn't even have an amp. I had a receiver.
Oh yeah, that's how I started, with my mom's house stereo.
Yeah, that's it. It was a Fisher. It was 100 watts per channel, and I did a shitload of gigs with just that setup. And I had like some 12-inch woofers, and I did like house parties and all that stuff, and that's what I had. And then after like about maybe a couple of years of doing free parties, then I started charging a little bit of money. Then I started buying lights and better speakers and stuff like that, and I just built it. All the little money that I got, I put it back into the business. And then eventually, ended up getting, good gear and started charging more money and stuff. So
Yeah,
Nice.
that's what it's about. I mean, you have to, you if you buy cheap, you're gonna be buying all over again. So I mean, just save up your money and buy something good. Cause I mean, I learned that the hard way. I bought some American DJ speakers, which is I mean they're not bad for starters, but you gotta start buying better stuff. And then I bought the Mackeys. The Mackie Thumbs lasted me about roughly 3 years. And well, the reason why one of them got messed up because it dropped. I didn't tie it to my dolly, and I was going up. I was at this gig out in downtown at Frank's place, and I was going up the ramp, and the speakers fell and just didn't turn on, and that was the death of that one. And now I'm gonna go with 5 a.m. style. I'm gonna get the
EVs.
PLX, with no the ELX live, the 115s. I'm gonna get those. They're actually on order right now.
Waiting for them to knock on the door.
Yeah, just waiting for them to knock on the door. But yeah, I mean, yeah, like you said, the purpose of this video was just to kind of, you know, just sharing our stories, and we all have the same passion, which is music, and that's what pretty much brings us all together. With is the passion for music, and the passion of DJing. And it's just something fun that we like to do, and we get paid for it.
it's not a competition.
Not
thing.
a competition at all.
It's more like I've always thought of DJs, and I've thought of this for a long time. I've always thought that DJs were like there should be a brotherhood among
Yeah, I
all
agree, man.
DJs. There really should. We should help each other out. We should team up with each other. We should share ideas. Talk about equipment, talk about marketing, and how to advertise and get jobs and get better gigs, better paying gigs, and just making our industry more legit, more respectable.
Right.
So that's kind of like how I look at it. It's a brotherhood of people helping each other out, and we all do this. All DJs, we all do this because we like music and we like that DJ culture and lifestyle.
Yeah.
So that's kind of basically it. That's where I kind of look at it.
Yeah, there's a lot of DJs out there, that I guess they think that they're better than they really are,
Oh yeah.
and it's cool, whatever. I mean, everybody has their own egos, whatever. But I mean, you just can't go like to other DJs like spots or whatever and just try to like just because you think you're better than them, you're gonna try to like take their club or their spot. And I mean, like if Sam or Joe here, they invite me over. Oh, hey, I'm playing at so and so club, and I'll drop a guest set. After that, oh, thanks guys for the invite. And there's some DJs that do that, and they will like behind their back will go talk to the owner.
Yeah.
And say, how much are you? Hey, Sam, charging you? For example, oh, he's charging me $400 a night. I'll charge you $300 and let me take the spot. A lot of the club owners, that's what they want. They want to save money, and that that happens. Unfortunately, that's what happens, and a lot of that's like as Joe mentioned earlier. A brotherhood. We're supposed to just help each other out instead of trying to like stab each other in the back. Because there is enough clubs here in Fresno that that there's enough work for everybody.
There's enough work, period.
For everybody.
definitely.
For
Not
everybody.
just clubs. They're not all club DJs. Some
Yes,
do private parties and weddings or quinceañeras or whatever. But like I rarely do clubs anymore. I did clubs for a long time and they're real fun. But I'm a full-time DJ. I try to get a decent paying job every week. And here in Fresno, it's hard to make decent money at clubs. They're real fun to do. Once in a while, I'll still do them.